Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Abbas Tajuddin, has reaffirmed the House's commitment to strengthening security through legislative actions that enhance frameworks and address emerging threats, expressing sorrow over the loss of gallant soldiers in Borno State who sacrificed their lives in a fight against terrorism. The Speaker, represented by Deputy Speaker Honorable Benjamin Kalu during Tuesday's plenary in Abuja, commended their bravery and pledged continued support for efforts to end insecurity. Correspondent Nabuchi Okinabuchi completes the story on the House plenary on Tuesday.
It was the opening of the lower chamber's legislative activities, and expectedly, lawmakers looked rejuvenated for the business ahead as they attended the plenary in their numbers. The first item that came up was the terrorist attacks in Borno State, where the House condemned the attacks and commended the military for work well done. Deputy Speaker, who was represented at the plenary, also highlighted the tragic loss of lives in Gidan Sama and Rumtua villages, Sokoto State, caused by unintended consequences of military operations, stressing the need for a stronger focus on civilian protection in conflict zones.
These challenges, the resilience of our security agencies, deserve commendation. Their concerted effort have significantly reduced threats across the country, demonstrating their courage and the growing efficacy of coordinated military operations. The House remains steadfast in supporting these efforts through legislative measures that enhance security frameworks and address emerging threats.
The House of Representatives also called on the federal government to earn support for the armed forces through increased funding, provision of modern equipment, and improved welfare packages. Adopting a motion of urgent public importance by the chairman of House Committee on Defense, Babajimi Benson, the House also commended the armed forces for their effort in combating insecurity and their exemplary roles in peacekeeping and humanitarian missions globally.
The House acknowledges the armed forces' role in humanitarian missions, disaster response, and support to civil authorities during emergencies, which underscores their multifaceted contribution to nation building. The House also acknowledged that these achievements were recorded in the face of daunting challenges, including inadequate funding, obsolete equipment, and welfare concerns. The House concerned the lack of commendation for these outstanding achievements would likely dampen the morale of these gallant officers and men of the armed forces.
Our armed forces are truly commendable for protecting us, for protecting our freedoms, and for keeping this country united over the decades. Mr. Speaker, I can say without any iota of doubt that our armed forces, they have demonstrated the highest level of nationalism, the highest level of professionalism, the highest level of commitment for keeping this country, not talking less of any other thing, united.
Whilst the Nigerian Armed Forces toils night and day to ensure we are safe, it is the obvious that we also lose a good number of these gallant men on duty. It is no longer in doubt that our fallen heroes have left people behind. A number of those they've left behind include widows and children. And I speak from the point of increasing the welfare of Nigerian armed forces to include aftercare and welfare of the people they've left behind, especially their children who may be of school age.
If this House is able to move a step forward further, even if it's going to be quarterly, the way we can make an institutional arrangement for those that are still living first and see how we can be encouraging them. Even if it's just by resolution of the House, those that their commandants have been so recognized them in the field and pick them one by one, and then for just 1 or 2 minutes, we celebrate them. And of course, those that are dead, I know, and as we speak, many of their family members are yet to collect their benefits.
Those in support of this, you see, we have debated enough on this, so I'll just put a question. Those in support of the motion moved by Honorable Babajimi Benson, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. I think we should do more for the armed forces. I think we are doing a lot, but we can do more. It won't be too much if we give the children of armed forces, servicemen, free scholarship. It won't be too much if we give them free medical services. It won't be too much if we give them priority attention at train station, as bus station, in any queue.
The House of Representatives has also mandated TED Fund to provide a detailed breakdown of its 2024 allocations and proposed 2025 budget estimates for beneficiary institutions before further implementation. This decision followed the adoption of a motion of public importance by Honorable Suleiman Gumi. Additionally, the House directed TED Fund to submit its audited accounts along with records of funds received by beneficiary institutions from 2018 to date for review.
Disturbed by the reported cases of discrepancies in the tax collections, accruals, remittances, transfers, and issues surrounding the judicious utilization and equitable disbursement of the Education Tax Fund. Also disturbed that TED Fund's 2024 budget came without the necessary breakdowns and details of its expenditure/approval guidelines for legislative scrutiny as required by extant laws. Resolves to 1. Mandate the Tertiary Education Trust Fund to supply the House with a detailed breakdown of its 2024 allocations as well as 2025 proposed budget allocation estimates to beneficiary institutions before further implementation.
The House of Representatives, however, adjourned the sitting until January 28, 2025.